Hi everyone, and welcome to today's home live streaming. My name is Noemi Simon and I'm a sales agent at Lucas Fox. Today we will be showing you a magnificent 394 square meter property with a beautiful 311 square meter garden. But before we get started, I would like to remind you that you can ask any questions you like using the live chat and we'll be answering them in real time. So let me check if everyone is ready to begin. Perfect. It looks like it. So first of all, I'd like to highlight some of the key aspects of this property, and then we'll be showing you with more detail each of the different areas so you get a better understanding and a full perspective of the layout of the apartment. First of all, I'd like to mention its location. We're in Eixample Left, which is one of the most privileged areas here in the city. You can go pretty much anywhere you want by walk, and you have a number of different services at your disposal, like bars, restaurants, and also leisure activity options, as well as very good connection with public transportation. So if you ask me, this is the ideal place to live if you're looking for a first or a second residence. However, the space doesn't have certificate of occupancy, so you could easily use it as an office on its own or as an office/residential home. It has the potential to do so, and the space is very versatile, so it can be easily changed up to accommodate your needs. Now let's talk a little bit about the property itself. It's on the base floor of a building which dates back to 1910, so there are certain period features that were preserved during the renovation project. The person who renovated the property also incorporated so many elements from back in the time. We will be showing you each of them because they add a lot of character to the property. And as I said, we have two different floors, the main floor where the entry level is, and the ground floor that connects with the terrace and the garden. Now let's get started with the video tour, and the first area I'd like to show you is this magnificent garden. As I told you, it's 311 square meters, and there are over 150 different types of plants. As you can see, this area right here is beautiful. We have the table and the chairs, which are from back in the day. We also have this beautiful area full of plants, and on the right hand side we find a beautiful fountain. It's a stone fountain, and on the back there's also a mirror which was brought all the way from Andalusia. Over here we find another fountain. This one has hot and cold water. There's another mirror here as well. This, as I told you, is full of history. We have so many different elements from different eras which have been combined perfectly to design this beautiful garden. For example, here we find this beautiful lamp which was designed specifically for the garden. And as I told you, there's so many different types of plants and trees over here. We actually have tomatoes, we have also pumpkins, there are kiwis and grapes. So it's amazing to be used as well to have your own fresh food. And if we walk all the way to the back of the garden, we find this beautiful chill out space. It doesn't look like it, but there's so many different lamps which are now covered in plants. So at night, this is beautiful. There is a lot of sense of hominess, and it feels really cozy out here. As you can see, that black cable is artificial rain. This is great to be used for the trees, but it's also amazing to be used to have a fresher feel. For example, in the summer, it's very hot here in the city and also very humid. So this is really great to cool off. Now we're going to go back inside, and I'm going to show you different areas, so please follow me. As we step outside of the garden, on the right hand side we find this beautiful modernista staircase which allows us to access the upper floor. Over here we have this beautiful 29 square meter terrace, which is great to have an outdoor space for dining out with friends or family. And over here we find the first ornamental decor with dragons. This is a very curious thing about this home. The entire home has a lot of presence of dragons because it was actually named Domus Sacris Draco, after all the different dragons, and also because when they were renovating the garden they found a cross, so they decided to combine the dragons and the sacred element and name this house after that. The good part about the terrace is that it connects with this beautiful sunroom. This could be used as a reading room or even as a chill out space or as an office because it's very bright. We have plenty of natural light coming in through the windows, and we also have beautiful views of the garden, so we can enjoy the garden not only in the hotter months but also during the winter. Another thing I'd like to point out is the fact that all the lamps you see with floral ornamental features are modernista elements that were brought from different places, and the glass in these lamps was brought from Egypt. So every piece you see is a piece which is connected with history and with architecture. As we step out of the sunroom, we find this majestic living room. As you can see, it's very spacious and very bright due to the fact that we have lots of tall windows. Over here we find a tapestry which was done here in Spain, some vintage furniture, and as you can see, the space is very, very big. We have this area right here. It looks like a chimney, but there's actually no chimney. It's only for decorative purposes. And this stained glass door was actually brought here from an apartment in Passeig de Gràcia. The apartment had elements which dated back to the 30s and 40s. So this is a very special piece. And as you can see, the living room connects with the kitchen. If you decided to have an office space or a working space, this would be a great space to be used by workers to either have breakfast or lunch. There are so many plugs, so we could have different microwaves to heat up the food, or if you decide that you would like to use it as a residential home, of course, you have a very big and functional kitchen. Over here is the induction hub, which is by the brand Miele. Over here is the oven, and as you can see, we have plenty of cabinets and custom built closets like this one right here. And it's great also because it's connected with another space on the back, so it could be easily connected to a formal dining room. The countertop is marble. Over here we have a quite large sink, and this is the dishwasher, which is very conveniently placed right next to the sink. These gargoyles are actually coming from France, from a cathedral in France, and they have been used as lamps. As I told you, there are so many different special pieces in the apartment. The apartment is equipped with air conditioning and heating system via splits, so you can control the temperature in the different areas independently and quite conveniently. Over here is the boiler. There are two different boilers for the different levels. And as you can see, these columns and some frames have been preserved during the renovation project, as well as the Catalan vaulted ceilings. If we continue down the hall, we find a beautiful bathroom. This bathroom, as you will see, is quite special. We have this vintage piece of furniture. The sinks and the toilets are by the brand Cielo. It's an Italian brand that has the best quality materials. So these are by an Italian designer brand. And over here is the bathtub. The bathtub reminisces the old Moroccan style bathtubs, and also from the south of Spain. And as we walk outside, on the left-hand side, we find these steps that connect to the other half of the ground floor. As I told you, dragons are very present in this home. This is actually a forged element that was recovered from another space and was brought here. We have it especially around the main staircase and also on the main entrance of the apartment. These double doors are also an original element. They're vintage and they were placed here. This is a laundry room area with a connection, so we can have the washing machine and dryer placed here. And over here, they made a little reading corner with benches. I would like to point out how beautiful the main staircase is. As you can see, we have beautiful mosaic tile flooring and historic tapestry on the right, which we will show you in more detail later. And as I told you, if you decide to leave the space as it is, it's great as it is, but if you decide that you want to close certain spaces and turn it into different bedrooms, there is so much potential. The space is super versatile and we can do pretty much anything we want with it. Over here we find a storage room, and as I told you, there's so many different elements, like in this case, the handle of the door is also a dragon. Another thing I would like to point out is the quality of the carpentry. The carpentry is hardwood and it's also double glazed, so it's perfect heat-proof and soundproof installation. And as I told you, the kitchen connects with this area right here very well, and this could be easily used as a bar if we place some bar stools over here to have casual breakfast or lunch. As you can see, this is perfect as dining room because it also connects with the main living space we showed you earlier. Now that the ground floor is completed, we're going to go to the first floor and show you the rest of the apartment. So please follow me. As I told you earlier, the tapestry is historic. It has been imported from Italy, France, and Germany, and it adds a lot of character to the property. It's actually a statement piece because it's the first thing you see as soon as you walk in the main door. Over here we find this Art Deco piece of furniture, which was used back in the day to hang in clothes. If we turn around, we will see the beautiful tall windows which allow plenty of natural light. And at the very top we find the Domus Sacris Draco, which is the name of the home. This lamp is also very special. It dates back to the 18th century and it used to be gas. It ran on gas, but they changed it so that it could be adapted to electricity and have light bulbs. And if we continue over here, we have more lamps brought from Egypt. The beautiful tile flooring. These are also elements, modernist elements, which combine very well with the topic. And over here we find a guest toilet. This upper floor is great to be used as an office or a consultation for those of you who work from home or would like to have your own studio. It's a great space, and we also find a full bathroom up here for those of you who would like to use part of the space as residential. This could be a bedroom, there could be a separation. As I said, this space is very versatile, so it can be adapted to suit your needs. Once again, we have this beautiful stained glass, which was brought from the modernist apartment in Passeig de Gràcia, with the dragon ornaments. And as you can see, there is a split machine pretty much in every space we see, so it's very easy to control the temperature separately in each of the different areas. This particular room connects with an outdoor balcony, and it has the beautiful staircase. It's a modernist staircase that was placed here just to combine with the rest of elements, and it connects the upper floor with the lower floor. Now that we have seen the different areas in the apartment, we're going to go downstairs and remind you of all the things mentioned so far in this home live stream. So please follow me. As I mentioned, the apartment is 394 square meters worth of indoor space, plus a 311 square meter garden, plus this beautiful 29 square meter terrace. Right now, it is divided in two different floors, and it could be used both as residential / office or as office space on its own. I don't know if anybody has any questions to this point, but I think it would be great for you to send us an email at info.lf@lucasfox.com so we can better assist you. The price of this property is 1.9 million euros, which is a great price considering the quality of the renovation project, the fact that so many elements from different areas were incorporated into the design, and also the privileged area we're in. As I told you, this is Eixample Left, and there are so many different services at your fingertips. So if you'd like to visit any of our other properties, I suggest you visit our website www.lucasfox.com. And of course, it was my pleasure showing you around this beautiful property today. I hope to see you again very soon, and I hope you have a beautiful day.